What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Houston Texans Madden 21 franchise rebuild. This season is not going exactly how I had planned, but I knew this was a possibility. We are 3-6 and this offense is struggling. I thought we'd see the offense play a lot better, and that's why I thought we'd have a few more wins by now. But we are ranked 30th in offense this season, 26th in defense, which isn't at all a surprise. We're 31st in points scored though. We're still missing Brandon Cooks. We have a very inexperienced offense around Deshaun Watson, and it's not really getting a lot better. Looks like we have more injuries as well to talk about. Oh yeah, we talked about Kendrick Bourne in last episode. One of our key young defensive players now out 6 weeks. We're probably not going to the postseason this year. But we'll see what happens today. We could always turn this around, I guess, but I imagine we'll be doing another offseason before too long. How do we stop the losing streak here? Bradley Roby here, the leader of our defense right now, trying to help us figure that out. Which position group to address? I have no idea, honestly. Let's just go with the defensive line because there are more young players there developing, and if they can make a difference, that would help. Get 3 sacks against the Raiders. I don't know if that's going to happen either. If the season were to end now, we'd be picking top 10 in the NFL draft. So I'd say there's a really good chance of us taking a receiver early on. I just wonder if we're taking like the 2nd receiver or the 5th. Say we do pick at 9, I have no clue what to expect when receivers are literally 3 through 7. Maybe we end up taking somebody like Amari Jones. But what's really nice here is that all the receivers are big-bodied physical receivers. Even Will Crowder has spec catch and release at 6'3" while being a deep threat. He may end up being the number 1 on our board once we get to the combine grades. But I'm really hoping that between Holiday, Whiteside, Fulcher, and Jones that somebody runs like a 4-4 and we can get somebody that can really boost this offense the way it needs to be. Before I forget, I wanted to check out a setting here. I don't know if the setting for developments affects like the draft classes incoming, and if they have the developments higher, it would kind of make sense that it works that way, but I'm just not sure. So you'll have to let me know what good numbers are for these 3 settings here. For X Factor, I think 50 makes sense. Let's go 55. For Superstar, 80. I think what's the key though is to allow for a lot more star development players, because then they're only a step away from Superstar and they're developing more, and you don't have a league full of 76 overall players. So I'm going to boost star dev right now to 500. That's a 25% increase. Let me know what you think of that. The losing continues for Houston. We've now lost 4 games in a row, and we only put up 241 yards of offense in this game, allowing 463, 324 passing to Derek Carr. So again, this passing game has a day under 200 yards. We just can't get it going this year. We don't have the talent, especially missing Brandon Cooks. Maybe we get a boost when he returns. But just simply playing young receivers and young running backs is not what this offense needed this year. Bradley Roby did step up and get a pick in this game, but we still got destroyed and only forced 1 punt. We've had a lot of games like that this year. On top of that, there is another injury to talk about now, and Jeremiah Bradham's going to miss a couple weeks. So our offense is getting even worse, at least temporarily. Big injury decision. I'm not going to rush back Brandon Cooks. I don't think that's a good idea. Although I wish the extra experience was going to Quincy Etienne or Chad Briggs. So that team meeting. Guess it did not work. But Bradley Roby still believes we can turn this season around. I just don't know how. I don't either. But it's my job to try and figure that out. Despite the players only meeting, morale in the locker room remains a concern. Enrique Freeman, he has been cut out of the game plan. Well, you're about to get your first career start, so let's see what you can do there. +5 morale there at least. You know what? Let's go preparation over rest. What do we have to lose at this point? Let's get some more experience. We've lost 4 games in a row. Yeah, morale's gonna go down. This is where the team gets a little bit better, though. We get upgrading now. Denzel Mims up to a 75 overall. I thought his episode yesterday, or the last episode, was really solid. He was able to give us a nice boost. Maybe it still takes some time for him to become that dominant wide receiver. Maybe he never gets there, but at least we're taking the chance here. I like the trade so far. Max Ridley, just going pass rush here. We got to do stuff that makes the key differences. We're going to upgrade Titus Howard once again. His overall doesn't go up, but pass protector gives him more strength, which is a lower attribute for him. So that's a solid upgrade. We bounce back here against the Dallas Cowboys. Houston with a nice second half comeback as we shut out Dallas in the 3rd and 4th quarters and put up 19 points there to pull off a very nice win with 500 yards of offense. 400 of that passing. It's a great day for Deshaun Watson, his best game of the year, and this was again without Brandon Cooks. So we respond in a big way on Thursday night on a short week. Zeke, he did his thing, 113, 2 touchdowns. Didn't run the football that well for us. Torian Hodge did get some carries in this game. It was the passing game, though, with Kendrick Bourne having a monster performance and Denzel Mims, 8 catches, 92 yards. He found the end zone. Very nice day here for the Texans offense. Enrique Freeman even caught a touchdown in this one. So a solid step here. Even Isaiah Coulter got on the field. 2 sacks for Cunningham and Ridley. No interceptions, or no, 1 for Garyon Conley. That's a pretty solid game there. Surprised by it. We are set to get Brandon Cooks back now as we take on Philadelphia and are still last place in the AFC South, but we're only a game out of 2nd place. Jeremiah Bradham has been cleared. He could play right now. Awareness would be down, injury and strength. I really don't want to mess with a chance at re-injuring him, especially as we're late in the season and something serious could carry into the following year, so we're not taking any unnecessary chances. Oh wow, Freeman got 2,000 XP just because that scenario happened as he became the RB1 and didn't like the number of carries. That really shouldn't have been this scenario, but it just got him 20 morale and 2K experience. Why don't we spend some of this experience here for head coach Geno Harris? We could look at player weekly goals. I don't pay a lot of attention to that. We have the O-line and D-line upgrading already. Linebacker and DB are cheap. I'm not sure why offense is so expensive, but receiver definitely makes some sense. We'll purchase that for now. We are not in the postseason if the season ended now, but because there are 7 teams, even a 4-7 team like us can still dream of getting there. But 1 more loss and the best we can do is 8-8, like last season. Chad Briggs hasn't had many chances this year. I was hoping he'd have a few more snaps a game, and I'll try to get him some more if we watch anything else. We'll watch at least 1 more game this season. But so far this year, in his 2nd campaign, he only has 4 catches. Not going to develop on that little volume. Center Randy Wallace is getting some really good development here as a rookie, and here is the progression history for him. I know I've upgraded him a couple times already, and he's had some weeks where he's gotten a lot of experience, and he is a focused player, but there are some team goals that we're hitting on that are also doing a pretty good job. And here's just the value of playing, like 51 downs, 510 experience. That's 1 game, and that's obviously, you know, just a portion of his XP bar. That's 5%, roughly. But that shows you how it adds up. And let's put this point into Agile. And acceleration goes up, run block, impact block. Not bad ratings. Okay, back-to-back victories. Now, we didn't do much on offense in this game, but again, the defense did a good job. They forced some turnovers. 3 interceptions of Carson Wentz. Did they give Jalen Hurts a chance to start? That's not a good performance for Carson. 3 scores for Deshaun Watson. 2 really solid weeks back-to-back. The running game isn't doing anything, but we're going to get Bradham back now. Watson ran in a touchdown in this game. Kendrick Bourne with 2 more scores. Again, we're getting production from Denzel Mims. And Zach Ertz, I was hoping to see him do a little bit more in the revenge game spot against Philadelphia. But that's alright, we scored our 2nd victory in a row. We're making things at least a little more interesting here down the stretch. Interceptions go to Justin Reed, Lonnie Johnson, and Bradley Roby. Seems like Wentz was getting a little over-aggressive. Always good to get extra experience too. We had a scenario against Fletcher Cox. We did a good job, 1,000 experience across the board. Even for Randy Wallace and his normal development, that's 10% of his XP bar. But now I'm confused. Why is it showing 300 here? I just did his focus training. I'm not sure why it's not showing 1,000 like I expected there. It's not like 1,000 split between the offensive line, is it? Upgrading Quincy Etienne to a 73 overall now. Awareness, catching, and deep route running going up. Enrique Freeman is the RB2, and we'll see if he's able to hold on to that spot for next season. Acceleration going up is always helpful. Ball carrier vision as well. He has 89 speed, 88 change of direction. I'm interested in developing him further. Suddenly, Houston is on a roll. We're getting takeaways. We're putting points on the board. And we win our 3rd game straight. 31-26 now over the Washington football team, who are quarterbacked right now by Josh Rosen. Watson had 3 more touchdowns. That's now 3 consecutive games with multiple touchdown passes, no interceptions. He's playing his best football of the season. We get a little boost to the ground game, not a major one, but Bradham comes back, rushes for 56 and the score. Tim Patrick, 10 for 102. Nelson Aguilar, 93 and a touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, once again, our leading receiver. Brandon Cooks found the end zone. Norwood scored, so did Bradham. I am surprised we're playing our best defense of the year now without Kerry Borden. We had 3 sacks in this game, very happy with that. A couple more takeaways for Roby and Cunningham. If this keeps up, we have a shot. The defense is suddenly playing really solid football. And we have upgrades to a lot of these key defensive players. Justin Reed, Bernardrick McKinney. I'm not saying we're going to make the postseason, but I would so much rather go 8-8 again than just like 4-12. We have our quarterback. What do I care about a top 5 pick? Isaiah Fletcher getting some development, now a 77 overall, +2 press. I like that. Ross Blacklock gets an upgrade now. Let's go run stopper. Up to a 73. Awareness, block shed, play rec. And then Deshaun Watson. Let's go with Scrambler. Still a 92 overall and doesn't need that much experience to upgrade more. And we just got +3 short accuracy and +1 speed. Alright then. This team has my attention. We're 6-7. And now look to take this winning streak a step further against the New York Giants. That means we'll face Saquon Barkley today, James Bradbury, Leonard Williams. They have added Michael Gallup to their receiving core, which still has Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard. And Daniel Jones remains the quarterback in New York. Here we go, everybody. Houston and New York going head-to-head. We had the 4-game losing streak, and with one more win, we can have a 4-game winning streak now. Here we go. Giants open with the football, starting in the I formation, and Saquon Barkley is taken down by Zach Cunningham. So we saw the defense do pretty well in the simulations today. Will that carry over now watching this game? Can we slow down Barkley and make it tough here on Daniel Jones? I'd love to see us hold Barkley under 100, get a few sacks and a couple turnovers. Daniel Jones outside, and did that get anything? It did. Third down now for Jones. He's got to get 6. Here's pressure. He gets it away and is off the mark with pressure applied by Romeo Okwara. And the Texans do a great job defensively on the opening drive. All right, we'll take over. I have edited the auto subs just barely. I made it so the running backs come out 1 fatigue higher than the last episode. And I've tried to set it up so there's a bit more rotation at wide receiver, and there's a little bit more of a delay before those players re-enter. I think that's a little bit more typical at receiver to see somebody come out and then stay out for a couple of plays, not always just one. At any rate, I've got to get Briggs a few snaps. But we'll start in the air, and Zach Ertz is able to get 4 yards. Big tackle. Also, Watson now has 3 straight games with no interceptions, so I'd love to see that streak continue. Second down now against pressure, and quarterbacks like to get the ball away when pressure is coming. Third down and 6 now. We go trips to the left. Watson under pressure takes a shot downfield, and the pass is caught! Strong hands by Brandon Cooks. How did he catch that? They tried to rip it away. 44 yards. I don't think I've ever seen that animation. I'm also surprised that Watson got everything on that throw. Mosley has his arm in there, though. He's trying to rip it out, and Cooks just keeps it away from him. That's pretty cool. Welcome to the red zone now, Houston. And we're going to run this one outside. There's an opening. Brought him to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Great start. What do we got here for next-gen stats? How about the fact that nobody was even close to making the play here? He got up to 20.5 miles per hour. Giants take over, and Daniel Jones has a connection here. That is Darius Slayton for a solid pickup. I like the matchup there. Bradley Roby should cover Slayton most of the game. That's a solid matchup. First and 10 now, and running inside. Barkley, not much there. And that would be Brandon Dunn here, filling in at nose with no Kerry Borden. And this is kind of a big stretch of games for Dunn to remain on the team here, as he's kind of the backup nose tackle. So far, though, we're playing some solid run defense, getting the Giants on third down. And Jones needs 4. He's got time, and the pass is broken up by Isaiah Fletcher, the rookie corner. Houston taking over again. 3 receivers in the ball game here, and a carry going to Bradham. Not much on this one. Stack on the bottom here. It's 3rd and 5 for Watson, getting the screen pass set up, and Bradham's gonna have it. First down. And Enrique Freeman now in the ball game. I love seeing that rotation there, not having to do it manually. Figuring out running back auto subs is always nice. Watson's got plenty of time. That's caught with running room, and Kendrick Bourne takes it inside the 40. And Bourne has had an outstanding season, especially in games we've simmed this episode. He's set to be a free agent again at the end of the year. I'd love to keep him around, possibly. Watson over the middle. Cooks breaks a tackle. He's down to the 20. Back in the red zone again. Plenty of time! Touchdown! Zach Ertz! You're telling me this is the same team that went on a 4-game losing streak and was just awful this year with a bottom 3 defense. Well, actually a bottom 3 offense and like a bottom 6 defense. This is that same team, apparently. Whether we make the playoffs or not, I love seeing this growth out of our team this year. 1st and 10, Saquon Barkley still can't get it going. They'll try Barkley again, and he breaks the tackle. This is going to be trouble. Across midfield. There goes Barkley. Inside the 10, touchdown, Giants. It only takes a small crease. And there goes our successful start against the ground. It's a 72-yard score for Saquon Barkley. Starts here with the double team. And then Cunningham, trying to fill this gap, is basically out of the play. So it's up to Justin Reed, who's normally very reliable, but Barkley just runs him over, and there ain't anybody left. Well, that was a very big score for the New York Giants. 14-7 now as we take over. Let's see if we can make it 3 straight touchdown drives. Watson opens, he gets hit, and delivers out of bounds. 3 receivers in the ball game, and this one's deflected at the line. Here come the Giants now. They get the big play. They have us on 3rd and 10. How do we respond? Pressure on the way. Watson caught! There goes Bradham! Brought down at midfield with a big 1st down catch. Love seeing us utilize Bradham more in the receiving game. And now Watson's got to get that away. There aren't a lot of sacks here in this game, and the better quarterbacks know how to get rid of the football. 3rd down and 8. No pressure sent this time. And still going out of bounds, so we end up stalling. Solid start, though, for Houston. I'm happy with this. Giants take over now, a chance to go and tie the football game. And they're getting some yardage through the air. Spreading the football around as well. Sterling Shepard 1st down. 3rd and long, and they get 6. A 10-point run now for the Giants as we'll take over. Bradham for 5. Cooks gets 12. Sacked, though, by Leonard Williams. We get it back to 3rd and 11, and there is Jabril Peppers, not playing running back in this series. He gets the pick. Short field, New York, and they are turning this game completely around. Touchdown, Giants. It's a 17-point run. Can we get momentum back on our side? Kendrick Bourne, and then Jeremiah Bradham for 21. Driving into field goal range. 3rd down conversion. Touchdown, Gordon Norwood, and the Texans are ahead. We're playing some higher scoring games now. I like this. Suddenly, though, the Giants are getting a lot better on offense. After the deflection by Aquara, we force an incompletion. Get the football back here before half. Hopefully use up the rest of the time. We're moving the football pretty quickly. Inside the 15. Big conversion. Chewing up more time. Touchdown! Jeremiah Bradham. So after the 17-point run for New York, we put up another 14-point run. And that should get us to half, and it does. We have a lot of action in this game. Houston already with 28 points on the board. I have no idea why we're so pass heavy, but so far it's working. 300 yards already? Already! Kendrick Bourne is the motion man as Watson will pass again. A lot of time, and then it runs out quickly. We've made some plays on 3rd down. Gotta get 4. Watson off the mark. Could have had Brandon Cooks there, and now the Giants will get the football back. Punt going to the 25. Nice move and a 7-yard return. 28-17 as the Giants take over, and Daniel Jones is intercepted! Isaiah Fletcher with the pick. Big play by the rookie, and the Texans continue getting takeaways in this game. Let's go score again. Slant caught Brandon Cooks. I want to see Watson get to 500 yards now. Motion here, handoff to Bradham. Nice job, we get the first down. Keeping now, Watson outside to the 10 and down to the 7. There's a 17-yard run. I thought he might score on that. He was one block away. All right, goal to go for the Texans. And Watson heads to the air, fires, incomplete, throwing it away. Watson will try it again now. He's got time. Cooks at the 4, a little bit closer. One more shot, 3rd down, touchdown, Zach Ertz, his 2nd score of the ball game. 5th touchdown of the year for Ertz, and this may end up being our highest scoring game of the entire year. This is why I don't write off the season. This was a possibility. I didn't think it was very likely, but you never know. And the scoreboard's disappeared now, so I don't even know what the score is right now. But we'll sim a couple drives. Houston gets the football back after forcing a punt. Dexter Lawrence gets to Watson. A Clemson reunion. And the Giants get a stop. 40 passes to 11 rushes. But hey, I see the scoreboard. I wouldn't change a thing. Giants take over now. Daniel Jones play action. Danny Dimes gonna fire downfield, and that is out of bounds. Handoff on 3rd down. That's going to be close, but I think Barkley got there. Inside, Barkley with a solid run, fighting his way across the 35. 3rd and 4 now for Jones here at the end of the 3rd quarter. Jones has a completion now. Evan Ingram. I always wonder why Ingram isn't getting the ball more. It's continuing here in Madden. 3 catches, 29 yards. Jones on 1st down. He's got the time and a connection. That is Shepard. But back to Ingram. Either the Giants got to run an offense that actually utilizes him, or he needs to go to a different team. I think he could be doing similar numbers to what Darren Waller's doing if he was used in that kind of a role. Ingram here catching the Jason Witten flat route. Gets a few. 2nd down and 6 for Jones. That is caught. Ingram to the 20. Starting to utilize him. Handoff going to Barkley now as the Giants continue to get closer. And they're going to need 3 unanswered scores here in the 4th. We've had a great day on offense. It's cooled off here in the 2nd half, but a comfortable lead for the time being. Jones again to Ingram. All right, you guys got to start covering him. They're listening to me. Empty set now. And here's Danny Dimes. He will throw it away to the back of the end zone. 3rd down now. Spreading out the defense again. Ingram, I'd pay attention to him. Pass upstairs, it is out of bounds. Fletcher almost had another interception. He has 2 on the season. And the Giants will just kick a chip shot field goal. It's now a 15-point contest. All right, let's protect this lead now. Gotta have a solid drive. The Giants just went down the field by avoiding negative or 0-yard plays. They just got something every time. 2-yard run, 4-yard pass, 5-yard pass. Let's get one of those going. First down here for Zach Ertz at the 38. So Watson's only had like 60 passing yards here in this half. He might get to 400, but probably not 5 now, unfortunately. 2 receivers in the ball game, and Watson has time and throws away. Oh boy, Watson under pressure. That pass is a bit off the mark. I actually think upgrading like throw on the run in this game is actually kind of important with how quarterbacks move a bit more. Watson rushed on the throw. Would have had it if it not for the unblocked defender. So, Giants get a score, a stop. It's kind of a 5 or 6 part process here to getting the lead back. But they're a couple steps into that process now. They'll have it with 6.5 to go. And a decent return here to the 17. Next year, I just need to find somebody, no matter what their projection is in the 7th round. Find like a elusiveness or something. Somebody who has elusiveness, juke, and spin in their top 3. Or even an undrafted player. And that person is going to be returning punts. I just want to see some drama on those returns. Daniel Jones now on 2nd down is going to take a shot. Good coverage, and the pass is still caught. Underthrew it a bit, and Slayton made the adjustment against Bradley Roby. And the Giants are now at the 28-yard line. Come on, Houston, you got to close this out. 35-20. Danny Dimes. He's got time to the end zone. It took only a couple plays. Michael Gallup wearing Odell's uniform makes it a 1-score game, pending what they try here. They may go for 2. Or not. So it's going to be an 8-point game. We've had a very good episode today. Come on, Houston. You gotta close it out. There's still 6 minutes to go now. That feels like forever. Toss forward. There goes Bourne. He's got the first down and more. Out of bounds at the 49. Now we run it with Jeremiah Bradham. He gets some daylight and will pick up a gain of 7. Handoff again. Bradham cuts it left and will have first down yardage. Time continuing to run down. Worst running game in the NFL. We're going to work on that. Watson heads to the air again, and he gets outside the pocket and just throws the pass away, not taking any contact there. But now it's 3rd and 9 from the 39. This is a pretty key down. Can't take a sack for sure. We got time. Watson is going to take a shot to the end zone. It's broken up for Cooks. And now we're trying a 56-yard field goal. If we make this, we're in a pretty good spot. Come on, Fairbairn. Low line drive. The kick is no good. He missed it. He missed it. The Giants are only down 8 and have half the field now in front of them. Off the fake. There we go, Aquara. Huge play. Giants facing 2nd down and 19. Aquara applies pressure. Pass is caught. Good recovery here for Darius Slayton. Anything but a touchdown. Anything but a touchdown. 3rd down for Daniel Jones. And the pass is caught right in front of Bradley Roby. Under 2 minutes to go. Daniel Jones fires a strike. And the pass is hauled in for a gain of 9 yards by Sterling Shepard. He was brought down in bounds, so 1:40 left to go now. Ridley gets the pressure, and the pass is intercepted! Daniel Jones off the mark, and Garyon Conley gets the takeaway. There you go. You gotta get pressure. You can't let quarterbacks just stand in the pocket. A little bit of pressure is sometimes all you need. And Conley now is heading into the locker room. What a game this has been. Houston looking for win number 4 in a row. They're not quite finished yet. Running this one here. Bradham. There he goes through the middle. That's a first down. Up the middle again goes Jeremiah Bradham. And the Giants call another timeout. They now are out. A first down ends the game and gives Houston a 4-game winning streak. And on 3rd and 3, Bradham is brought down for a loss. It's Leonard Williams. And the Giants will have one last chance. Well, Daniel Jones gets one more opportunity. He had the key interception on the last drive, and now things just got a lot more difficult. 42 seconds to travel, 86 yards, and with no timeouts, good luck, Danny Dimes. Standing at the 3, getting it away, deep ball is knocked down. I'm calling it right here, Justin Reed interception. Daniel Jones fires, that's going to be caught by Slayton, and they may get one more play. Daniel Jones back to pass. He's got to go deep. And he doesn't get enough on it. It's tipped and incomplete with 8 seconds left. This could be the last play right here. 3 seconds left. Jones again. The deep ball. It is broken up and the Texans win. 4th in a row. What an episode. You probably expected us to do a lot more losing today and just talk about the offseason. Well, I'm glad we got this instead. What a game. That was a lot of fun. And that's now 4 wins in a row for Houston. We've been putting up a lot of points in this episode as well. Deshaun Watson has been awesome. It's like the offense is just completely turning things around. We got to see an entertaining game today. 377 in the air for Deshaun Watson with 3 touchdowns. I thought he was terrific. Daniel Jones had a solid second half. He battled back, but the interception, that was what did it for them. Saquon Barkley had 1 good run in this game. I'd say overall we did our job in run defense. Bradham, 78 yards, 2 scores. I liked his consistency today. And then talk about Bourne, Cooks, and Ertz. They all played really well. And wow. How about how narrow the receptions were today? 5 players caught passes. We didn't talk about Denzel Mims at all. Well, now the Houston Texans are 7-7. That's good for 3rd place here in the AFC South. And if the season ended today, we still wouldn't be a playoff team, but the Jaguars would. And we are right behind them in the standings with a head-to-head coming up next. We may have to watch these 2 games, or watch the Jaguars game. If we win, watch Week 17. If we lose, probably don't. But here is a look at the AFC at the moment. The Browns, Colts, and Steelers all have 10 victories. But then, a lot of 7-7 and 8-6 teams. There are a lot of wild card spots to figure out now. And we are tied with the Chargers, who I think are close to being in. It said the Chiefs were the 7 seed. It's been changing a lot this episode. But we have a shot. We win these last 2 games, we may just go back to the postseason. So, here we go. The turnaround for Houston. And this is what it looks like on the schedule. After dropping 4 in a row, including 1 at the beginning of the episode, we've put up at least 29 in every game since. Statistically, Deshaun Watson has 27 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Jeremiah Bradham is back, and he has 8 rushing touchdowns. Kendrick Bourne, is probably putting together a 1,000-yard campaign this year. This is really nice to see, and I'll have to think about giving him another contract. And there's a chance that we let Cooks go and keep Kendrick Bourne. Will the turnaround continue for Houston? We will see next time, but leave your thoughts down below. Do you really think the Texans can continue this and make it back to the postseason? Or will it all end here? Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel and leave your feedback down below. Thank you for all your support in this series, and I'll have more coming this weekend. Have a great day, everybody.